Hi. Hi, guys. We are back. Thank you guys for coming back and joining. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully, everyone hit the like button. Okay. We got some great topics tonight. Y'all know on our pop ins, honey, we like to dig up that good old tea. Okay. I got that good old Milo's tea for y'all tonight, honey. I've been digging and digging and digging today. So yes, we're going to set it off something proper like tonight with this tea, baby. So thank y'all for coming back. Let me put my banner up right quick. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, okay? So we're going to be talking about some deep stuff tonight. There is my banner. Yes. So yes, we have got to put that up, okay? If you guys would like to support the channel, there's my info, okay? I'll leave that up for just a little bit. I don't ask you guys to do so. If you want to, you can. I know a few people be asking me in the chat, Cameron, how do I support the channel, or how do I, send you cash apps or whatever. If you would like to, you can. I don't ever beg you guys to do that because I know everybody have their own things going on, okay? But it would be great if you do. If you do, it's always a blessing. I don't never turn down a blessing, but thank you guys anyway, okay? All right, so let's get into the show because we got some good stuff for y'all tonight. Some stuff that y'all didn't even know about, honey, that I dug up. Y'all gonna be like, what? All right, so tonight we're gonna be talking about, if you saw the description, you will see we're gonna be talking about of course, y'all know we've been talking about Diddy, and I want to keep exposing. But I ran across something that kind of was brought to my attention that makes me believe that maybe Carisha, which is Young Miami, I think she may be kind of going through some of the things that maybe Cassie was going through. But we're going to play that for you. Mr. Jay Versace has exposed Diddy. Okay. Diddy made a post with something with like this huge bed, and Jay Versace was saying that he went to a celebrity party and he is exposing Diddy on some stuff that he encountered with Diddy. And then we're going to talk about Joe Smith's wife, and she's exposing some celebrities that she's been with and some things that she's encountered in the industry, some things I didn't know about as well. And we're going to talk about some mysterious, suspicious things with singer Aaliyah's death and the industry, and how it kind of played a part in her maybe not being here anymore, guys. Okay. We're going to be talking about some real deep, good, juicy stuff tonight. Okay. So I hope you guys are ready for the show, honey, because it's about to go down. Again, thank you guys for being here, honey. Let me get my little setup here. Let me put my little thing up here. I don't like to hold my phone when we're... All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm going to start with the Jay Versace video here. We're going to listen in. I'll show you, like, we'll show like back and forth because some content creators or some channels don't like you to show their stuff, but I'll kind of just show you kind of what's happening. But let's get into it because it's very juicy.
Diddy has been making the rounds.
All right, so starting out talking about Carisha, aka Young Miami, and the fact that she may be going through some of the same things that Cassie's going through. Okay, let me turn it all the way up so y'all can hear. All right. All right, let's get started.
Diddy has been making the rounds with however many ladies as he can, yet it hasn't halted the reports about his clashing sexuality. 25-year-old Jay Versace has quite recently added to the tales with claims that while visiting Diddy at his home months prior, the rapper bent him over on his monster outside bed, guaranteeing that Jay's vague remarks affirms Diddy's secret gay exercises. Jay Versace is an American social media personality who is known for his comedic content and as being the funniest teenager on the internet. When he was at the peak of his fame, Diddy invited him over to his Los Angeles mansion for a party. A gathering of some female TikTokers posted a throwback pic showing them playing on Diddy's outdoor bed. That's when Jay crept into the comments and made a few touchy charges towards Diddy, revealing Diddy had him bent over on the bed. Jay did not explain the circumstances around him being folded over with Diddy.
What y'all think about that?
Beat her literally till she tried to run up on the car.
All right, well, okay. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all know who that guy is? Y'all may see him on a lot of TikTok videos. He exposes Diddy, saying that Diddy flew him out, you guys, to a party, and he pretty much says that Diddy bent him over a bed, guys. He says that Diddy flew him out to an industry party, and Diddy did some unmentionables to him when he flew him out on this huge bed out there. And he said that he just so happened to be on social media, and he watched where Diddy posted a video of this huge bed at this same location that Jay Versace was flown to, and he went in the comments and he co-signed it. Hey, that's the same bed that Diddy bent me over on. I was like, shit. So yeah, I'm gonna play it again for those of you that did not know, because I was like, yo.
Diddy has been making the rounds with however many ladies as he can, yet it hasn't halted the reports about his clashing sexuality. 25-year-old Jay Versace has quite recently added to the tales with claims that while visiting Diddy at his home months prior, the rapper bent him over on his monster outside bed, guaranteeing that Jay's vague remarks affirms Diddy's secret gay exercises. Jay Versace is an American social media personality who is known for his comedic content and as being the funniest teenager on the internet. When he was at the peak of his fame, Diddy invited him over to his Los Angeles mansion for a party. A gathering of some female TikTokers posted a throwback pic showing them playing on Diddy's outdoor bed. That's when Jay crept into the comments and made a few touchy charges towards Diddy, revealing Diddy had him bent over on the bed. Jay did not explain the circumstances around him being folded over with Diddy.
Y'all get that? So it's not just girls, it's not just women, okay? We already know about the rumors that's swirling with Usher, where Usher lived with him at a very young age. We talked about it, where Diddy slipped up in an interview and said that he shared a bed with Usher, and that they was wrestling and all this. I'm like, that's why Usher's mama came and got him the hell out of there. Okay, yeah, she was like, let me go get my son up out of there because y'all on some shit over there. So yeah, so Jay Versace has exposed Diddy. All right, now let's go ahead and get to the next video. All right, so this one is going to be where some evidence is brought from Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Mr. Deal. All right, where he is talking. I'm seeing a lot of videos with him steady exposing Diddy. Like, Diddy, I don't know what the hell you did to him, but yeah. All right, let's continue. He's talking about Misa Hilton, which is Diddy's first baby mama, where he's talking about he actually know about where Diddy put pause on the first baby mama, Misa. Misa is the girl who was in the One More Chance video with Diddy. Y'all remember the hot tub scene where she was in the hot tub with Diddy? She had the blonde hair, real pretty girl. She was sitting like on top of Diddy's lap in the hot tub. Go back and look at the One More Chance video with Biggie. All right, so let's continue.
Beat her literally till she tried to run up under the car.
Wow. That's him, Gene Deal.
He was reckless with his hands, you know that, man.
When somebody ever come and say he beat hoes up, he'll beat one of y'all hoes up. I ain't saying that he beat me up. You think I'm gonna be with a man that be beating me up?
Y'all, this Diddy situation keeps getting worse and worse because more insiders are speaking up to reveal just how bad he still is. According to his bodyguard, Diddy is still putting hands on Young Miami until this very day. The bodyguard stepped out to reveal that Diddy is nowhere close to being a changed person, and he still treats his women badly. He came with some pretty hot evidence about how Miami is being treated, and listen, it's absolutely messed up.
No, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which you never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Listen, when I tell y'all that everybody seems to be out to expose Diddy, I'm not joking around because it looks like everybody is coming out to expose him. People have been coming out to expose some of the sneakiest and shadiest things that he's done in the past. Now listen, is Diddy really that shady? Listen, the wild part about all this is that his shady business isn't just something that's limited to his past because he still hasn't changed. In case you don't catch my drift, you know how Cassie sued Diddy for putting hands on her when they were together? Well, his bodyguard has now come out to spill the tea about how Diddy is allegedly putting putting hands on young Miami and how she's his latest victim. Y'all, the tea is absolutely crazy, but honestly, should it even be that surprising? I mean, judging by the insane allegations that Cassie made in her lawsuit, it doesn't seem like Diddy is the type of person to change his behavior. The allegations are just insane and absolutely heartbreaking, and it just doesn't seem like the type of behavior that someone just randomly changes from. In the lawsuit, Cassie made a lot of disturbing claims about the horrible situations that Diddy put her through, saying he essayed Miss Ventura in her own home after she tried to leave him, often punched, kicked, and stumped on Miss Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and forced Miss Ventura to engage in intimate acts with male SWs while getting off on it and filming the encounters. Demanded that Miss Ventura to carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, and introduced Miss Ventura to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substances, required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. At the time, Cassie was only 19 years old, and Diddy was a fully grown 37-year-old man who basically pressured a teenager into dating him. And if that wasn't bad enough, she was also signed to his bad boy record label, which meant that he had also held her career over her head. So it was either she was dating him or else. She had no choice but to give in to his demands. And y'all would think that the fact that he put so much pressure on her to date him would make him treat her like a precious jewel, right? Well, very wrong. Because the minute they started dating, he started treating her so badly that she still has trauma from it until this very day. He would put hands on her and leave her with bruises all over her face, and then he would shower her with gifts and flowers and then send her to a hotel to recover and heal. The lawsuit also revealed that he didn't even try to hide this from his people around him, saying these beatings were witnessed by Mr. Combs' staff and employees of Bad Boy Entertainment and Mr. Combs' related businesses, but no one dared to speak up against their frightening and ferocious boss. The saddest part about all this is that Cassie did her best to leave Diddy on multiple occasions. But like I said, she was signed to his record label, and he pretty much held her entire career in his hands. And every time Cassie tried to leave him and end the relationship, Diddy lost his cool, and he would threaten her to come back to him. He would even go as far as having people who worked in the label and in the industry call Cassie and tell her that she absolutely had to return to Diddy, or he would end her career, and nobody in the industry would ever touch her with a 6-foot pole. But that was still not all, because Cassie also revealed how Diddy used to trick her into taking. She revealed that he would manipulate her into taking even though she didn't want to. She also claimed that he was addicted to pain pills, and whenever his legal supply of pain pills ran out, he would force her to help him score more pills. He was also obsessed with making sure that he had 100% control over Cassie, and that he made sure that when she was not in a hotel recovering from her bruises, she was close to him at all times. He made her leave her apartment, and he rented her an apartment close to his house, even rented an apartment for her in New York, so they could be together even when he was in New York. And y'all better know that it has nothing to do with him loving her or trying to provide for her or even protect her, because it had everything to do with him wanting control of every single part of her life. Y'all, Diddy's control over Cassie was so deep that he had access to her medical records when she didn't even have access herself. The court document said on multiple occasions, Mr. Combs had Miss Ventura's personal medical records sent directly to his email address. For instance, when Miss Ventura began experiencing memory loss, potentially due to excessive use and or head injuries caused by Mr. Combs' beatings, as described below, her MRI results were provided directly to Mr. Combs. Now, y'all know how I said that Cassie tried to leave Diddy on multiple occasions? Well, on one of those occasions, she started a relationship with rapper Kid Cudi. It's unclear
which
how
we know
serious
about
the
all
relationship
that. So
was.
I wanted to play this video. Let's stop it so that you guys could hear that, because everybody's been asking, well, what is going on with Young Miami? Is Young Miami going through the same thing that that Cassie is going through? And according to these reports that I found, it's saying that she is, and she's getting these lavish gifts, kind of like Cassie did. Okay, so a lot of people are worried about Young Miami and the things that she is going through. Okay, so let's continue right here.
In an old interview, Diddy's former bodyguard revealed how he used to put hands on his then girlfriend and baby mama, Misa Hilton.
That's Lisa.
We can solve that for you. Well, Misa was out there. She was messing with
So it seems like every woman that he's actually dealt with, and he's been very volatile towards his own mother, you guys, and including Kim Porter. We know about all of that. We've been through that. But yeah, they're also naming Carisha in this situation as well. She's been made to wear the white fingernails as well, which we know is the telltale sign that There's some type of essays going on and FOs being had too. I know Carisha did an interview with the Breakfast Club where she said that Diddy is very asexual and that's really all he likes to do when she's around him, and that she pretty much has to tap out because he's always on her like that. That he's very into that, and a lot of times she don't really feel like doing that, but I mean that's Diddy. How can you tell him no? So I feel like she's kind of trapped in a situation just like Cassie was trapped as well. Okay, so yes.
Every woman that he's been with, people started wondering if Miami was going through the same thing, or if she was a special woman who wasn't getting that special treatment. However, according to Diddy's bodyguard, the only special treatment Miami is getting is the expensive gifts that Diddy gives her after putting hands on her as well. The bodyguard added that Diddy hits Miami ever so often, but she can't leave because just like Cassie, Diddy holds her entire career in his hands. The bodyguard claimed that Diddy holds her entire Carisha Please brand over her head, and that's why she can't leave, because that's the way she makes the most of her money. Judging by the poor sales of the City Girls' last album, well, let's just say that the music isn't what is paying for her lavish lifestyle. Diddy is. Not only because of the Carisha Please brand, but also the fact that he pays her sugar baby allowance every month. Also, y'all know how Cassie said in the documents that Diddy made her wear white nail polish whenever he made her do the FOs? The bodyguard also pointed out how Miami always has white nail polish on every time she's with Diddy. And according to him, this is not a coincidence because the FOs are still happening with Miami. This revelation is crazy, you guys, and I hope that Carisha realizes that she deserves way better than this. But fans have been talking and leaving comments like, I don't think Carisha has felt the full weight of Diddy's abuse yet, because he's still in the grooming and love bombing stage, especially since he was trying to do this love rebrand. I would not be surprised if she sticks by him publicly because a lot of her checks in his hands. Carisha needs to go ahead and leave Diddy now. Her career can't afford this. And I think Carisha is awesome.
Thanks so much.
I hope Cassie speaking up helps her find her own voice and speak out against Diddy. Y'all, this situation just gets crazier and crazier every day. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that young Miami is ever going to get the strength to leave Diddy for good? Or is she going to be Team Diddy until the end? Drop your thoughts and comments below, and then check out.
What do y'all think about that? Now I've been seeing, y'all know I told y'all I'm an avid comment reader. And when I hear people saying, well, I wonder if this person is going through this, and I wonder if this person is going through something similar as Cassie, my wheels start spinning because I'm like, okay, now I need to dig and find out what I can find out about this situation. And sure enough, Diddy has a pattern with his women, and how he does it is he traps you in a situation to where you feel like you need him. And most abusers are that way. If you've ever been in a situation, and I know some of the women that watch me, I've heard a lot of you kind of come in the comments. You guys have left me emails talking about you being in situations that were abusive. And in most of those situations, the person that is doing the abusing makes you feel like you need them. And they trap you in a situation to where you are dependent upon them. And that is what it's seeming like Diddy has done with the women in his life. He did it with Kim Porter. He did it with Misa Hilton, his first baby mama. He's doing it with Carisha, to where he has her career. She's not doing very well with the City Girls. They just dropped a new album. It flopped. So he helped her get the podcast, which he's funding. He just helped her get an award for the podcast, which he's behind it and fronting the money. She gets a monthly allowance from him. So he makes it hard for you to leave and not fool with him no more. He did it with Cassie when he would put hands on her and he would give her these gifts after he would, badly bruise her or whatever, and send her to hotels so that she can heal. She had lavish cars. She had all these things, at which she gave all those back when she realized her worth. And that's the one thing that he don't want you to do, is realize your worth. Once a woman snaps out of that situation and realizes who she is and that she don't need him like that, then that's when it becomes a problem. And we're just going to have to keep wishing and hoping that Carisha understands her worth. She's a mother. Okay. And it's sad that she's putting herself in a situation to where she feels the need to choose monetary things over her life. Okay. That's what it's giving. She's a beautiful girl, just like all the other girls who fooled with Diddy. But it's looking like Carisha is allegedly dealing with the same things that Cassie, Misa Hilton, Kim Porter, and every other woman that Diddy has fooled with has dealt with. Okay. So a lot of you been asking me, boom, whoop, there it is. Okay. Let's move on. It's always that money, the love of money. Didn't we talk about that before? The love of money is the root of all evil, guys. Monetary things is never more important than your life. Don't ever get with somebody and make you feel like you got to stay in a situation because they're doing something for you. Like, absolutely not. Losing your life over monetary things is not it. All right. So let's move on to the next topic, and then we're going to get into this last one because it's very juicy as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the info so far. So I pulled this particular interview. It's like a little snippet. It kind of interests me because we talked about this person a little bit before. Joe Smith's wife. She talks about several people in the industry that she's dealt with. She used to be a PORN star prior to marrying Joe Smith. Why you want to marry a PORN star is beyond me. She's naming names of people who she's dealt with in the industry. She's talked about their D game and how sucky it was. Let's get into it because it was very, very eye-opening. I told y'all I'm nosy. I like juicy stuff, and this is juicy. It's going to be a juicy show tonight, all right? So let's get into it. This is Joe Smith's wife. We talked about her before. This is the same woman who went and got the OnlyFans page and did not tell her husband, okay? Shout out to Tasha K because she's getting ready to do a sit-down interview with her, and she did release a snippet, and we're going to play it, okay? Shout out to Tasha K.
The wife of NBA star Joe Smith, okay?
That's
her.
Call
you Kit. Is that your artist name?
Yes.
Do you use that on OnlyFans as well, too?
I was a porn star from the years of 1989 to 2006. AIDS was rampant around this time. Everyone thinks that because you're a porn star, you're super promiscuous and that, you have a high body count.
I ain't never seen nobody pump their husband the way you did.
I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad at you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
How did you and Joe meet?
We met in Los Angeles in 2012 at a BET Awards party.
So he was playing basketball at the time?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he was? It was before?
This is after basketball.
After basketball? Yes. I don't know why I thought you met him.
Everyone, that's a preconception right there, or a misconception that I was with him while he was playing ball. I'm not. I was not that wife.
So he's retired?
Yes.
Okay. Was he getting retirement checks when you met him?
No, it doesn't work like that. And then Monique Slaughter, she stole $100,000 from him. She was dating him prior to me.
Monique Slaughter from Love and Hip Hop, y'all.
Monique's. Got a baby by Lil Fizz.
Monique's the thief.
How the hell did that go down?
And then I even have her on a recording saying, I can tell you how I got the money.
So you're in a relationship with Kid, and then you fuck play?
It was whack as fuck. Dick is trash. Got a little ass dick. Like I fucked up good dick for whack dick.
Whose life did you ruin?
And nobody else's. I was fucking with Pac for a little bit.
Tupac?
Yes. But not like his girl, just, we boned every now and then.
Wow.
I met
you
him.
was fucking with Pac. Now, Jada is finna lose her shit.
Yeah.
Tupac's widow is finna lose her fucking shit. Was you, okay,
The
first
dick
of all, I'm
was
trying to
good.
figure
The
out
dick
why
was good, and he
Tupac got some
liked
good
it in the
dick.
ass.
Jada swears that Tupac was with her.
No.
And I'm like, no, he had a
He was with
fiance.
Keisha, and I was the other Keisha. And he probably was smashing around that time, but Jada was also fucking MC Light around that time. Let's talk about it at the catch, honey.
Whoa.
See them there together.
Whoa!
Yes, ma'am.
Whoa, what the hell just happened?
Did y'all hear
You're
that?
saying that you know Jada Pinkett Smith.
Y'all. Did I tell y'all it's gonna be a juicy night? This girl is telling all she slept with Kid and Play, and she said that Play's D game sucked. She said that Monique Slaughter from Love and Hip Hop Baby stole $100K from her husband. And she said that she had relations with Tupac and his D game was on, okay? She was the other Keisha. He was engaged to one Keisha, and she was the other Keisha that Tupac was messing with. And she also talks about Jada Pinkett was smashing rapper MC Light. That's a lot of tea right there, guys. That's a lot of tea. Now, we heard about Jada and how she get around, okay? Like Tupac said, I get around. Round and round, round we go. Baby! Y'all, is this too much tea for y'all tonight? Is this too much tea? I hope y'all not full yet, because we still got some more to go, okay? We pulling some industry secrets out on y'all tonight, okay? Somebody said, you know, Chris, I'm going to respond to that. Oh my God. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. I hope I ain't putting too much tea on y'all, baby. I hope y'all not full on this tea, because we got more, guys. Okay, I need y'all to swallow. Let's digest, because it's more. Okay, swallow and burp, because we got some more tea coming. All right. I told y'all now. All right, so let's get on to the next part. Now, this particular video, we're going to be talking about some suspicious findings in the death of Aaliyah, singer Aaliyah. Okay, when I found this, I said, this is something that I definitely want to share with my followers, because we hear a lot of stuff about when a celebrity dies, but we don't hear, or die rather, we don't hear all of the other developments and the understory of what led up to it and what happened and who was involved and all the intricate details. They only tell you, you know, the news sources, they only tell you what they want you to hear. But I'm going to play something for you tonight that's going to get a little deep into the death of Aaliyah. We're going to hear from Jaguar Wright, because y'all know she be knowing the tea, baby. So she's going to be speaking in this as well. And we're going to hear about how Aaliyah, they're saying, was sacrificed so that Beyonce could be the star that she is. Had Aaliyah not been here anymore and was sacrificed through the industry, then Beyonce would not be able to step up and be now the biggest female star that she is. Because they're saying when Beyonce first came out, while Aaliyah was still alive, like her career was like literally going nowhere. So it took a industry sacrifice for Aaliyah to have to be moved out of the way in order for Beyonce's star to rise. Okay, y'all ready for this? Let's get into it.
Today,
let's get through this ad. It's gonna be a lot of wild moments. Okay, ads. Let's get through the ads. All right.
Wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now. That bullshit record.
Jay-Z's former background singer, Jaguar Wright, is shedding new light on Jay's alleged involvement in the death of R&B star Aaliyah. And it looks like Jaguar believes Jay had Aaliyah taken out to make room for Beyonce.
She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dane. And Aaliyah's gone, and, you know.
It's been over 20 years since the princess of R&B, Aaliyah, passed away in a plane accident. However, fans still want Aaliyah's case to be reopened because new evidence recently emerged suggesting that Aaliyah's death was planned by high-profile industry figures. But who are these industry figures who wanted to get rid of Aaliyah? Is Jay-Z one of them? Let's break it down.
A trail of tears for Aaliyah. A horse-drawn carriage carried the fallen star's casket through the streets of New York. A somber procession reminiscent of the funeral for Princess Diana. To many, Aaliyah was more than an entertainer.
I remember when that happened.
Who lived with grace and goodness. Aaliyah left this world like a princess.
Those old enough to remember Aaliyah in her heyday know that if she was still alive today, most R&B girls wouldn't even stand a chance. Aaliyah was that girl back in the day. She could sing, dance, and act. She was smart, beautiful, and humble. She literally had it all.
I've had a lot of success. You know, I've got dual careers now. And sometimes I'm like, wow, you know, this is amazing. Is it real? Is it, you know, and sometimes I'm taken aback and I'm just like, you know, dang, I can't believe it.
But sadly, on August 25th, 2001, 22-year-old Aaliyah lost her life in a plane accident in the Bahamas.
Only 22 years old, this pop sensation was a popular singer. She was an actress in some movies recently, even a Grammy nominee. Tonight, her family is in mourning. Fans asking, why her?
According to the official story, the plane carrying Aaliyah and 8 others crashed because it was overloaded and operated by an inexperienced pilot.
However, Aaliyah's fans never accepted the official narrative because there are a lot of details that simply don't add up. To give you some context, on August 21st, 2001, Aaliyah appeared on BET and revealed she would start shooting the video for Rock the Boat the following day with director Hype Williams.
Now, when can we expect that?
I shoot the video tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And that video should be out, we're hoping, like, beginning of September.
I can't wait.
We're actually doing singles back to back. We're doing Rock the Boat first, then we're dropping More Than a Woman. So we got them coming back to back.
On August 22nd, Aaliyah flew to Miami, where Hype had set up a green screen set to film dance routines and underwater shots.
Wait, watch your head. Watch your head. I got you.
I'm going great mouth on this one.
That's Hype Williams.
See, like if you get red lollipops, you get red mouth.
However, for some unknown reason, Hype suddenly decided to move the production to the Bahamas. And on August 23rd, Aaliyah and employees of Virgin Records flew to the islands. But Hype never explained why he made Aaliyah fly to the Bahamas when they had everything they needed for the video in Miami, including a high-end green screen set and beautiful beaches. Aaliyah's ex, Dame Dash, later said that he told Aaliyah she shouldn't go because she was terrified of flying, and it simply didn't make sense why Hype was forcing her to go to the Bahamas.
So I was like, you know, he's gonna make you do another day. Don't do it. Trust me, it's just so he can spend money, you know. And sure enough, she came home that day, and I had a big house. I rented this house, and she's like, I'm going to, there. And I was like, I just thought that it wasn't necessary.
Also, according to Dame, when Aaliyah wrapped up the shoot in the Bahamas on August 25th and saw the plane they gave her, she instantly had a bad feeling.
When she actually saw the plane, she we had the Blackberry. She said, I don't like this plane. And I was like, well, don't get on it. And she was like, well, I got to because I got work to do. She got on the plane, and she always had a very serious fear of planes in general. Mm-hmm. So she had to overcome a fear to get on that plane.
But it gets even more disturbing from here. Dame also revealed that Lenny Kravitz, who has family in the Bahamas, offered Aaliyah his private jet, but Hype Williams took it from her.
But what I was really more tight about was that I had heard that Lenny Kravitz had offered her a jet, and that Hype had took the jet. So that's what really pissed me off about the situation when I heard about that. So you could ask Hype about that.
That's what I said. Have you ever talked to Hype about it? And how did that conversation go?
Ask him.
But the biggest clue that Aaliyah's death may have been orchestrated is found in journalist Kathy Iandoli's 2021 biography of Aaliyah. According to Iandoli, Aaliyah initially refused to board the plane and went back into a taxi cab, telling her team she had a headache. However, eyewitness Kingsley Russell, whose family ran the taxi cab company, revealed that someone from Aaliyah's team went into the taxi with her and gave her a pill. Shortly after, Aaliyah lost consciousness, and according to Russell, she was carried on the plane.
Kingsley Russell, who was 13 at the time, was in the car that drove Aaliyah and her team to the airport for their return flight to Miami. According to Kingsley Russell, they took her out of the van, and she didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane.
Moments after takeoff, the plane crashed about 200 feet from the runway, killing everyone on board.
But her life, her dreams were taken away. On board the doomed Cessna, Aaliyah and 8 others, including a representative for Virgin Records and a makeup artist. Investigators say one of the engines apparently failed. They crashed just short of a runway on Abaco Island.
So if this accident was really orchestrated, who benefited from Aaliyah's death? Well, according to Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z and Beyonce both had a lot to gain from Aaliyah not being around. And there's actually been a lot of speculation among fans that Jay hired Hype Williams to convince Aaliyah to fly to the Bahamas. See, when Hype directed Beyonce and Jay-Z's video for Drunken Love years later, many fans pointed out that the opening scene of Beyonce carrying a trophy could symbolize her snatching Aaliyah's place as the biggest R&B star. And on top of all this, there's also the fact that Jay-Z was close to R. Kelly, who groomed Aaliyah and married her when she was 15 by using a fake ID.
It is very close. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
Now, who found her in the whole wide world?
I found Leah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing.
By the way, did you hear R. Kelly saying Aaliyah was glowing when he first met her? Well, he was talking about a 12-year-old girl, because that's how old Aaliyah was when her uncle introduced her to Kelly.
12 years
and while
old.
R. Kelly was only recently convicted, his predatory behavior was an open secret for years, and everyone in the music industry knew about it, including Jay-Z. In fact, Jay-Z recorded a joint album, Best of Both Worlds, with R. Kelly years after Kelly's illegal marriage to Aaliyah was exposed, and Dame Dash later said this is when he realized he had to cut ties with Jay-Z.
But then years later, they tried to do the tour.
The best of both.
Yeah, but it still didn't work out. But you notice I wasn't a part of any of that, but and the karma happens. But the thing I didn't understand is I was like, I know I'm not with that. And because of the moral challenge and him choosing one way, I knew morally we weren't the same. So to me, Rockefeller was the funk. It was over. It was something that to me was just like, not to say unforgivable, but I couldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't understand how people didn't. I thought, well, then the people aren't going to have that. But nobody said nothing.
All this has led many fans and some industry insiders to speculate that Aaliyah's death was a sacrifice. And even Mary J. Blige once referred to Aaliyah's death as a spiritual murder.
I just know that was a murder. You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual murder, whether people know it or not. Because God don't kill people. You know what I'm saying? Whether people know it or not. I could go deep, but a lot of people I would have to really bring, you know what I'm saying, for what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life. And it's so unfair. And it wasn't time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I believe it wasn't her time to go because from what I know, it ain't supposed to go down like that.
What's also a bizarre coincidence is that Jay-Z and Beyonce went public with their relationship the same year Aaliyah died. And that's also when Beyonce's solo career finally took off. And if you ask Jaguar Wright, there are too many coincidences at this point not to wonder if Jay-Z was somehow involved in Aaliyah's death. In her recent viral interview, Jaguar alleged that Jay climbed his way to the top by eliminating his competition, including Harlem rapper Big L.
The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as that was with Big L.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace, Big L.
One of the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z.
Jaguar said that once Big L died, Jay started building relationships with major industry players like Sean Diddy Combs, who at that point was already close to Aaliyah.
Building a working,
y'all hear that?
Camaraderie with.
Just pause. They said Jay-Z was building a relationship with other artists like Diddy, who was already close to Aaliyah. Now, we already know what happened with Aaliyah when she was around R. Kelly. So, and you also know that Jay-Z wanted Aaliyah, but Aaliyah didn't want Jay-Z. She chose Dame Dash over Jay-Z, which pissed Jay-Z off, okay? Listen to the connection. Jay-Z wanted Aaliyah. She didn't want Jay-Z. She wanted Dame Dash, which then caused friction between Dame and Jay because they were boys, okay? And Dame Dash was saying that once he started dating Aaliyah, Aaliyah started spilling her guts about all the things that R. Kelly did to her, which was very, very eerily similar to the same thing that Cassie was going through. Do y'all see the connection and what's going on in the industry with these younger girls who are being groomed, who are going through the very same thing with these adult men? Aaliyah was 12 years old when she first came around R. Kelly. And he said, I didn't need to hear her sing because during the time she was glowing. Most people who are trying to get a record deal, you have to sing. They have to hear you so that they'll know what they're investing in. But he wasn't thinking about that. He was looking at the fact that she was this young, pretty, vivacious girl. And he didn't care how she sounded. He cared how she looked because he had plans for her. And it wasn't the music. Okay, let's continue. All right, let's get over this ash. Y'all enjoying this so far?
Got a cold? Get powerful relief of nasal and sinus congestion.
It's the same thing, guys. This industry is the same thing. Let's continue.
And AKA Diddy. And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet. Sodomite.
Jaguar also claimed that the real reason Jay-Z never spoke about R. Kelly harming Aaliyah was because he was guilty of the same thing.
And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all those records together. They both Aaliyah. They shared so much in common.
Y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what she just said? Jay-Z and R. Kelly they became close friends, and they were making so much money and getting along so well because they both were messing with Aaliyah. All right, let's continue.
Talks about best of the both worlds. Best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this.
Jaguar saying that they named the album Best of Both Worlds because they were able to deal in the best of both worlds. Y'all get it? Read between the lines.
Nobody talks about that project.
Swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
Hiding in plain sight.
According to Jaguar, Jay-Z also wanted to have the main R&B girl on his arm. However, Aaliyah wasn't interested in him, and she started dating Dame Dash. And that's probably why Jay-Z threw Dame under the bus and shifted his focus from Aaliyah to Beyonce.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. Maybe that was because he was a girl that didn't want you.
Oh.
But if it's true that Jay-Z eliminated his own competition, did he do the same for Beyonce? Well, according to Jaguar, this is definitely a possibility. Jaguar explained that as soon as Aaliyah died, Jay-Z stole producer Rich Harrison from Amory, another artist who was a threat to Beyonce. And before you knew it...
Do y'all remember A. Marie, the girl that's saying This One Thing? A. Marie, they're saying, let's back it up just a little bit so y'all can hear that, okay?
Damn on your horn now, that's from the Austin Powers with some of the worst. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in. And she liked posing with him in pictures for page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame.
It sounds like Jaguar is saying Jay-Z sacrificed Aaliyah for Beyonce's fame. And looking at the comments on social media, most fans believe that Jaguar is speaking facts. Jay-Z always said he'd get rid of you if he was blocking his paper, one fan said. Most people don't pay attention to words. They think these guys just talk over beats. I listen to what these people say. And another fan wrote, it's clear she was sacrificed. And who happened to come up and become the main girl after Aaliyah died? Beyonce. So that means she was sacrificed for Beyonce. Whether Beyonce was in on it or not is unknown now, but all will come to light eventually. But let's hear your thoughts on this. Was Aaliyah really sacrificed for Beyonce? And was it all Jay-Z's doing? Comment down below. And don't miss out on this next story.
I didn't back it up far enough for the A. Marie part. Let me see. Did I miss it?
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. Maybe that was because he was a girl that didn't want you.
Oh.
But if it's true that Jay-Z eliminated his own competition, did he do the same for Beyonce? Well, according to Jaguar, this is definitely a possibility. Jaguar explained that as soon as Aaliyah died, Jay-Z stole producer Rich Harrison from Amory, another artist who was a threat to Beyonce. And before you knew it, Beyonce and Jay-Z were on top of the game.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Damn on your horn now, that's from the Austin Powers and some of the worst. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in. And she liked posing with him in pictures for page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame.
It sounds like Jaguar is saying Jay-Z sacrificed Aaliyah for
All right, so
Beyonce.
we're gonna stop it. What do y'all think about this tea that I dug up tonight? It's weird. It's weird how once Aaliyah was gone, that Beyonce's solo career did kind of take off. And now that I think about it, that's kind of true in a way. And do I feel like the industry do have these industry sacrifices and the Illuminati and all that stuff? I do believe in all that stuff. I do believe that stuff does take place. It's very sinister, it's very sadistic, it's very crazy, and it's amazing how most of these bigger artists who have, like they said, eliminated people in order to get to the top, to get into these higher ranks in the industry, somebody has to be moved out of the way so that they can get in that spot. Just like Diddy commingled with Clive Davis in the higher ups, it's a sacrifice. Some things you got to do to get there, okay? Everything comes with a price in the industry. A lot of these young cats, especially the rappers, of course, you know they have these life insurance policies on them because rappers are eliminated the fastest out of any other artist in the industry. These higher rank, these record labels, they have these insurance policies on them because they are really worth more gone than alive, to be honest with you. They know that they have these rap beefs, and a lot of times they count on them being unalive so that they can get this money. They have these high policies on them because at the end of the day, if they're gone, they can't fulfill their contracts. Okay, they can no longer fulfill their contracts, so they get their money back through these insurance policies that they take out on these rappers. Okay, and it's understood that when they come in, there's some paperwork, and I'm going to share another video, not tonight, but probably tomorrow, where there's these two industry rappers that's coming into the game. One, he signs like real quick. The other one knows that he's selling his soul, and it takes him a long time to sign the paperwork. He's very nervous about it. I'm gonna have to dig that one up because I was looking at that, I think, yesterday. But yeah, they are like really trapped. And these contracts that they're signing in this industry, guys, that's why I wasn't so. I told y'all the other night, I've had 2 record contracts, one of which I still have, and they still want to negotiate with me to actually sign as an artist. And I'm not quick to do it because, one, everything that I make goes into my pocket. I don't have to split it. I don't need it. Every dime that I make goes into my pocket. And I have studied and I've learned how this business thing works and how percentages work. Like you're not going to tell me that you're going to take 40-60% and I write my music, I arrange my vocals, and I put everything together and do all the work, and you take a higher percentage than me. That's why I was like, it's going to be a hell no for me, because if I can't do nothing else, bitch, I can count. So a lot of these industries want to lock you in deals and then they shelf you. Okay, that contract says you can't go anywhere else, and that's how Puffy was able to lock down a lot of his artists. That's why a lot of them are mad at him. That's why a lot of them are coming for him and putting him on blast after all these years. The Locks, they did it. They went to Hot 97, y'all remember, and they blasted Diddy, and he was like, just come down to the office and talk. They was like, nigga, we tried to do that. You've been holding on to our music all these years and you won't release us. Mase was the same way. Every artist that Diddy's had, he trapped them in contracts. The contract is a way of them to control you. And once they get that control over you, you have to do things in order to be able to survive. Pam from the group Total, that was signed to Bad Boy, was working at a fast food restaurant, and we all know how Total used to sell out in concerts. So why was she having to work at, I think they said White Castle? Go look it up. Pam from the group Total had to work at White Castle in order to pay her bills, and at one point she was living with her mother. So why is that when the person that you work for and you're signed to a record contract where you're still getting residuals from music that you performed, you are working for a man that is a billionaire? How is it that you're not still getting residual checks? And see, when you don't understand the business and you're hungry to get in and they know that, then they that's their way of trapping you. That's why you have to educate yourself on what you're signing. You got to read it. You got to get an attorney to look at every intricate detail of this paperwork so that you don't get trapped into something and be broke. Mace was saying, I was looking at an interview where Mace was saying that after 10 to 15 years of doing music with Diddy, doing #1 hits, he only got paid $20,000. That's unheard of. That is unheard of. $20,000 after #1 hits, several. Y'all already know how hot Mace was back in the day. Just about every one of his songs. What's the song? The bad boy. That song, I think they said went like platinum. The first few weeks or so, that song went platinum, and he only got $20,000 after all those hits he did for Diddy. But here Diddy is a billionaire. That's just how messed up the industry is. Okay, the group B5, they say they've had 8 attorneys that have tried to go after Diddy, and they still haven't received any money. That's why I say you got to be smart. But that's all that we have for you guys tonight. I wanted to show you guys some very eerie things that I pulled up of some secrets of the industry that you guys may not know about. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics that we went over. I can remove my banner now because we're done talking about it. But yeah, I'll say it again. Everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use. Again, fair use and entertainment, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed all the topics that we talked about tonight. Yeah, Diddy is going down slow. It's happening, guys. It's the same way it was with R. Kelly, the same way it's going to happen for Diddy. Diddy's been able to hide in plain sight just like R. Kelly. And a lot of times, I mean, like they say, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. He's coming down, guys. And it's going to take content creators and other people with platforms to be able to keep putting that business out there, to keep digging up stuff, to keep exposing. Exposure is the easiest and the fastest way to bring someone down, okay? Giants do fall, okay? Yes, they do. But we're going to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics. Thank you, Moss, for doing a great job. I saw Girlfriend Chronicles here tonight. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. If I missed any content creators, my apologies, and thank you guys for being here as well. Okay, guys, please hit that like button because I know I gave y'all some good tea tonight, and I will see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. Okay, same time, well, probably earlier because I was kind of late this morning, but yes, we will see you guys in the morning. All right, love you guys all the way that way, and goodbye.